The one thing I've really loved in our engagement with Shakti is they're very founder first.
The constancy of Shakti's support has been tremendous.
They're very kind-hearted people, and they always put their founders, their portfolio companies top of mind.
They really take the time to learn about our business and some of the challenges that we face, and to help us work through those challenges.
Shakti is one of those funds that you have to have on your cap table in some capacity.
As every founder knows, funding is funding. The real differentiation is when you can add value to that funding and bring insights.
Hi, I'm Melanie Perkins, and I am the CEO and co-founder at Canva. So we first met Cable back when we were trying to find investment, and we were speaking to every single person, literally anyone that would take a meeting with us, and we were getting an incredible amount of rejection. And most people were saying that they didn't believe in the idea, or they just were scared to take that first leap. And when we met Cable, he was really different because he deeply wanted to understand the idea. He deeply wanted to understand what we were trying to do and why we were trying to do it. His deep thinking, first principles thinking was really rare and really special, and had a huge impact on Canva because he was one of the very first investors that said yes. It was a huge vote of confidence for him to say yes so early on, but not only was it a huge vote of confidence, it was actually hugely impactful. So because he said yes so early on, it meant other investors were then more confident to also say yes and to jump in. And it had a huge influence on other investors and us getting that first seed round together because he was one of the very first people that said yes.
My name is Harrison Hockman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Sparrow. And in a single sentence, Sparrow built Expedia for private student lending. We allow borrowers to effectively and efficiently search for the most affordable student loan through a single application. Keval was the first investor we had ever spoken to. And the way that he asked questions cut straight through to the most lofty assumptions that we had about what we could or couldn't do, providing us with insight without knowing anything about the student lending industry at whole, specifically. And I think that was the quality of a fantastic investor.
So I was looking for my first investor when I met Keval. And while we had a lot of folks who were interested in, being part of the Korea story, I was looking for a thought partner. I was really looking for someone who believes in my vision and can actually guide me and mentor me as we go from, our first set of clients to, to our growth phase. And Shakti has been exactly that. Since then, we've gone on to raise, funding from Y Combinator and then our next funding round as well.
My name is Trisha Bantigue, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Queenly, the largest online marketplace for all things formal wear. So from quinceañeras to proms to weddings and all things formal wear. The VC/investor relationship with the founder is always super important. To us, it's really important to have investors that have our best interests at heart. And that's exactly what I found with Shakti.
The Titan Network is a network of highly seasoned and experienced CEOs and C-suite executives that are turning around to offer a hand and lift up the next generation, to have their insight and expertise on questions that we go through on a day-to-day basis that they've been dealing with for 3 or 4 generations is invaluable.
Beyond being an investor in the fund, I'm also a Titan with the fund. And what that means is I help mentor the CEOs. I'm on call whenever Cable has any deal he wants to run by me. Anyone he wants to talk to, I'm happy to set up a meeting, help him work things out. And it's gratifying for me. I also happen to have now over 30 years of business experience, so I can help the team that's coming up and the CEO that's coming up.
I always say that the best thing you can do is, have a network of support that you can reach out to at any time, and you can do that at any point in your business cycle.
So the passion to me is, I just think it's a lot of fun to exchange ideas, to both share knowledge, but not to be, somewhat trite. I also gain a lot of insights when I speak with the founders in the Shakti Fund. So it's really, I think, a win-win, and it makes it a lot more fun than just getting an LP report. We're actively involved in helping organizations get better and share insights with one another.
If you're a founder looking for funding, what really sets apart Shakti when it comes to being a really good VC that has your back is that they're not only there when you have good milestones, when you have happy investor updates, when things hit the fan, when things are going wrong and things are chaotic. They're one of the first ones to call me, to email me to see if everything's okay.
KVOL is always willing to hop on a call with any candidate that we're trying to close. And so far, all the offers that we put out have been accepted, knock on wood. But that shows that, not only is he really great at, answering any questions that these candidates may have, but really selling them and closing them on the business as well.
There are many investors that will write a check and forget about you, forget about your business, generally what you do. That's not SHAKTI. That's not KVOL, that's not Liz, that's not their team. They care, and there are many ways in which they express that level of care, whether it's through reaching out or when they're in town asking if you're around for coffee, proactively trying to make helpful introductions and broaden their network for us.
The SHAKTI team is truly world-class. They'll take the time to get to know you, your team, your company, and they'll be there to support you every step of the way along your journey. SHAKTI, you are a true gem. I am so thankful I got to meet you a few years ago and that you took a big leap of faith joining us as an investor every step of the way ever since. Thank you so much.